Hello and welcome to another New World video. This video is a dye guide and farming route for black pigment, which is located in Brightwood. We will review all things dye, as well as what is the best routes to gather these black pigment. So without further ado, let's jump right into this color pigment farming guide. What are dyes used for? Well, dyes are a color variant for your armor. They make your armor look different, they make your armor look sweet. Now, one thing to note is dyes do not apply to the skins you purchase from the store. Dyes only work on drop pieces that come from chests or drops from monsters in the world. Hopefully this will change down the road. However, there are 4 different slots for coloring your armor. These options are primary, secondary, accent, and tint. How do you make a dye? In New World, the dye crafting system is located in the kitchen. So once you've made your way to a hamlet, go to the kitchen and scroll down until you reach the dyes. Now there are 3 things to consider before crafting the first dye. The first is being, what is the tier of the kitchen? The second, what's your cooking level? And third, do you have the required color pigments to be able to craft the type of dye you're looking to create? Now, as you probably noticed, it takes more than just one type of pigment to make a specific color dye. Now, if you have the required materials, go ahead and craft a dye. How to equip a dye? So now you know what dyes are used for and how to make a dye. Finally, how do we equip these dyes? Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is open your inventory and select the gear piece that you would like to dye. I'm going to select my helm slot and I'm going to go down and click dye. Now it pulls up the dye equipment armor menu. And as we mentioned before, you can see the primary, secondary, accent, and tint next to the specific armor slot. Now, not every piece of armor has all of the options. So what you want to do is go ahead and click a drop down, select the color you'd like to preview, and as you see, it changed it in the preview menu. Now, I haven't confirmed this isn't permanent until I do click confirm. If I don't like that, I can always change it. Now, what I always recommend is get familiar with this, see what the different options are, see what changes, and of course, go ahead and put in the comments below what you're rocking and let some other people try some cool new looks, fresh styles. Alright, so let's get into the route here. Taking a look at the map, you're going to be starting at Brightwood at the village in the top right, and you're going to make your way to the first node. Follow along with the black arrows in the route that I have outlined, and in no time, you'll be on your way to farming black pigment. Okay, so one thing to quickly note about the first node here on this run is that if there is a corruption zone, you can tell that there was one. All of the trees are cleared only in this area. The pigment is not going to be here. You'll have to wait for it and come back after you've run the route. So just an FYI, this could be despawned because of the corruption zone. Otherwise, if it's there, go ahead and collect it and carry on to the second pigment. Alright, and here we are at Black Pigment Prismabloom node number 2. Nicely done. Here we are at Prismabloom node number 3. Go ahead and click this node and carry on. Okay, and that was an easy one. Here we are at another Black Pigment Prismabloom node. Go ahead and collect this one and carry on with the route. One thing that I did forget to mention that I always like to do is carry a great axe on me to be able to make it across the water faster. Go ahead and collect this one and continue on. So here we are at node number 7. Go ahead and collect this node. This pesky little elk was kind of giving me a little bit of trouble. Go ahead and collect this one and then continue up towards the last black pigment node. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are approaching the end of the route in Brightwood for the black pigment. There is a few other nodes. They are quite a far ways out of the way, a little bit of a nuisance to get to, so I recommend only hitting these if you're trying to do a quick, nice little farm for these every once in a while. Again, these black Prismablooms are extremely valuable. I've seen them going for no less on the trading pros than 100 each. It's a great way to make some money. So if you loved today's video, please drop a like. Feel free to subscribe if you aren't. And as always, I will see you very soon.